làm sao có thể ờ, hiểu được những cái cảm xúc lớn ở trong cơ thể bé nhỏ của các em bé, làm sao chúng ta có thể là hỗ trợ giúp các em bé là điều hòa những cái cảm xúc của mình trong những trường hợp các em có những cái cảm xúc.
My name is Dr. Lynne Driedger-Enns. I am currently a professor at a Canadian university. I've spent the last 6 years working with Maple Bear Global Schools as global faculty, and I've worked in India, Brazil, Ukraine, and earlier in my life in Africa, and of course in Canada.
À, à, trước hết tôi xin tự giới thiệu, tôi tên là họ tên đầy đủ là Lynne Driedger-Enns. Tôi là đã tham gia học và làm việc ở rất nhiều các cái quốc gia trên thế giới. Trong đó tôi có 6 năm làm việc với Maple và tôi đã với cái vị trí chuyên gia ở các nước thì Ấn Độ, Brazil, gần đây là ở các nước Nam Phi và chắc chắn rồi là cũng có tham gia làm việc ở Canada.
Mhm. Oh, and hello, Timmy. It's nice to see you.
Xin chào bé Jimmy, rất là vui được
Teacher,
ngài
have
trên
a
màn hình.
tasty dinner.
So I have been a mother, a teacher for many years, and now I am a grandmother of two toddlers.
À, à, tôi đã từng là cô giáo và tôi cũng là một người mẹ. Bây giờ thì tôi có là một người bà gồm có hai cháu cũng ở cái lứa tuổi nhà trẻ mẫu giáo như thế này ạ.
Next slide, please.
Oh, sorry.
So here's what the next 30 minutes will look like. You'll have time at the end to ask questions and to share real life scenarios for us to talk about. Tonight, we want to talk about big feelings in young children. We want to talk about introducing emotional vocabulary and how you can do that with your children. We want to talk about how supporting emotional regulation helps your child learn how to live with their big feelings. And we'll talk about some practical situations before we go to a question and answer. Next slide, please.
Oh, sorry, it seems I tried. Yeah, it is okay.
Okay. Yeah, there
Oh,
we go.
oh.
So please have your questions ready for the end. It will be great conversation because all over the world, as you know, children, especially when they're small, when they're in early childhood, they have big feelings. So all over the world, parents like you have these questions and wonders. So save your questions and we'll talk afterwards. So Miss Helm, will you translate that, please?
Yes, sorry. Yes. À, vâng ạ. Xin thưa các bố mẹ là chúng ta đã vừa thấy là trên màn hình thì cô giáo có chia sẻ những cái phần tóm tắt của cái bài thuyết trình hôm nay ạ. Bài thuyết trình thì gồm có các phần sau, tức là trình bày về những cái khái niệm cảm xúc lớn ở trong trẻ nhỏ, giới thiệu về các cảm xúc, các cái mức độ, các cái hình thức cảm xúc. Sau đấy là hỗ trợ về các cái điều chỉnh cảm
Parents,
xúc kèm theo một vài cái lý minh họa thực tế và cuối cùng là xin ghi nhận các cái câu hỏi của bố mẹ để đưa ra các cái giải đáp ạ.
parents all over the world have similar questions.
Vâng, thì có lẽ là thông thường thì hầu hết bố mẹ ở các cái quốc gia cũng như là mọi nơi trên thế giới thì cũng cảm giác là có cùng những cái câu hỏi giống nhau ạ.
Next slide.
Yes, but I'm not sure why I try. Sorry, I try to move slide, but it seems that it doesn't. No.
If you just tap your space bar, it should move. So while Miss Holm is finding that, children from between the ages of 2 to 6 are still developing their part of their brain that manages emotions. It's called the prefrontal cortex. So the part of the brain that manages emotions is still developing.
Oh, sorry. À, vâng ạ, xin phép bố mẹ là cái slide nó chuyển chậm một chút. Tuy nhiên thì diễn giả cô giáo có nói rằng là trình bày về cái não bộ của trẻ nhỏ từ 2 đến 6 tuổi. Khi đó thì cái bộ não, cái phần cảm xúc của trẻ nhỏ, người ta còn gọi là các cái hạt nhân, thì đó là những cái vùng hay là những cái nơi hoạt động tích cực nhất ạ. Sau đó thì đến các cái phần vỏ não phía trước trán thì vẫn đang được là hỗ trợ cho
The,
trẻ.
the,
Và
the emotional center, the amygdala, is fully active, but the thinking brain isn't ready to help yet.
à, vâng ạ, và khi đó thì là trẻ em vẫn phát triển rất là, cái não bộ của trẻ em vẫn phát triển rất là mạnh và có những cái cảm xúc rất là mạnh mẽ, thì cái việc này cũng là những cái dấu hiệu rất là bình thường thôi ạ.
So the child's center of the brain is fully active, where emotions are playing out in the brain. That is fully active very early in life.
Và như vậy thì ngay từ những khi còn rất là nhỏ thì trẻ em rất là cần phải dựa vào hoặc là nương nhờ vào cái sự bình tĩnh của người lớn hay là của bố mẹ, bởi vì khi đó thì mặc dù não được hoạt động rất là tích cực nhưng mà các em vẫn chưa có cái sự được, gọi là điều chỉnh được cái cảm xúc của mình ạ.
This mismatch is why feelings come out huge, fast, and intensely, and children can't make sense of those big emotions because that other part of their brain isn't yet developed.
Và như vậy thì trong quá trình phát triển thì trẻ con, các bé thì thường có những cái dấu hiệu của cái cơ thể rất là ờ, cảm thấy rất là căng thẳng, hoặc là có những lúc là có thể có cái im lặng một cách đột ngột, hoặc là có những cái tư thế rất là cứng nhắc, hoặc là muốn tránh tiếp xúc, cũng có thể là các bé sẽ khóc hoặc là cáu kỉnh.
So you can think of it like this. When a child is upset, their emotion brain takes over.
Và như vậy thì khi nắm được những cái tâm lý cảm xúc của trẻ như vậy thì bố mẹ sẽ có thể là hỗ trợ điều chỉnh được cái cảm xúc hay là những cái xúc động của trẻ.
They cannot access logic or problem solving until they feel safe again.
Ừ. Và như vậy thì trẻ nhỏ cũng rất là mong có cái sự là ờ, được người lớn hay là được những người thân của mình hỗ trợ để mà mình vượt qua hay là mình tránh được những cái cảm xúc ờ, khó khăn như vậy.
This is why our calm, warm presence is more effective than instructions.
Và như vậy thì chúng ta sẽ phải quan tâm đến là vậy thì làm thế nào để hỗ trợ được cho trẻ khi mà vướng phải những cái lúc có cái cảm xúc như vậy.
Please note, go back to the last slide, please. Slide 5, thank you. When we can recognize early cues, we can support our children before the meltdown stage.
Và chúng ta sẽ cố gắng là hỗ trợ hay là đem lại cái cảm xúc bình yên cho trẻ trong khi mà trẻ có những cái dấu hiệu căng thẳng được thể hiện ra như vậy.
So these early signs of emotional load that I've listed here, if we can tell these signs as we see them, it tells us that the emotional load of the child is starting to build up.
Và khi trẻ có những cái dấu hiệu cảm xúc như vậy thì chúng ta sẽ cố gắng là nắm bắt được và lắng nghe để hỗ trợ cho trẻ khắc phục hay là vượt qua được những cái dấu hiệu cảm xúc như vậy.
Parents know their children best, so you know the signs of when you can tell they're starting to feel big emotions.
Và thường bố mẹ sẽ là cái người gần gũi trẻ nhất, hiểu trẻ nhất, cho nên là trong những trường hợp gặp những cái tình huống hay là những cái cảm xúc như vậy của trẻ thì bố mẹ sẽ là người đầu tiên có thể hỗ trợ được trẻ vượt qua những cái cảm xúc như vậy.
You might see their little body get tight and tense, and they might clench their fists.
Ví dụ như là khi bố mẹ sẽ thấy trẻ rất là căng thẳng hoặc là rất là khó chịu thì bố mẹ cũng sẽ hiểu được cái xúc cảm của trẻ khi đó.
You might see them get suddenly very quiet.
Thậm chí bố mẹ cũng có thể biết được khi trẻ cũng đang còn im lặng, chưa chưa thể hiện ra bằng lời nói.
You might see them trying to avoid you.
Và bố mẹ cũng có thể cảm nhận được khi đứa trẻ muốn né tránh mình.
You might see lots of tears and crying and feeling irritable.
Bố mẹ cũng có thể thấy được khi mà các trẻ rất là khóc rất là nhiều, hoặc là cũng thể hiện những cái sự không hài lòng.
You might see that they have difficulty choosing, or they might have difficulty listening to you.
Bố mẹ cũng sẽ thấy được những cái việc khi mà trẻ cũng không muốn nghe lời hoặc là không muốn lắng nghe các cái chia sẻ của bố mẹ.
Next slide. Children learn emotions the same way that they learn language, through modeling and repetition.
Và trẻ em thì cũng có những cái cách thể hiện hoặc là cái cách bộc lộ cảm xúc giống như những cái khi mà các em học ngôn ngữ, đó là thông qua các cái mô hình hóa cũng như là thông qua các cái việc được lặp đi lặp lại.
Children need simple, clear feeling words. Naming emotions builds emotional literacy and reduces frustration.
Và trẻ em thì cũng sẽ ờ, thể hiện được những cái cảm xúc hay là thể hiện được những cái tình cảm thông qua những cái biểu hiện bên ngoài. Vâng.
Next slide, please. These are the key words commonly used in early childhood programs. Consistent language across school and home helps children understand and express themselves.
Và các cái cảm xúc của trẻ em thì được thể hiện thông qua những cái mức độ thể hiện, thí dụ như là vui vẻ hay là buồn chán vân vân.
So the primary feelings are to feel happy or sad or angry or scared.
Và những cái cảm xúc ban đầu, những cái cảm xúc được thể hiện một cách rõ nét nhất đó là cái sự vui mừng hay là buồn bã hay là bực bội hoặc là có vẻ sợ hãi.
In Maple Bear classrooms, teachers teach children about feelings.
Và ở trong những cái lớp học của chương trình Maple Bear thì giáo viên sẽ dạy cho học sinh những cái về vấn đề về tình cảm, về cảm xúc.
One of the songs that children sing sometimes in circle time is this one. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Or they might sing, if you're sad and you know it, shed a tear. Boo hoo. Or they might sing,
À,
if you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. Or they might sing, if you're scared and you know it, say, oh no. So in Maple Bear classrooms, the teachers teach them about these primary feelings, and they will use pictures to show faces. They will talk about these things. They have stories, but teachers help children understand what these primary feelings are.
Ở trong những cái lớp học Maple Bear thì giáo viên sẽ là người dạy cho trẻ có những cái cảm xúc chính như vậy, với những cái thể hiện thông qua khuôn mặt, thông qua nét mặt hay là thông qua những cái lời bài hát, ví dụ như là cô giáo vừa minh họa qua lời bài hát để thể hiện được những cái cảm xúc chính của trẻ như là vui vẻ hay là buồn bã hay là sợ hãi cũng như là tức giận, vân vân. Dạ.
So at home, if you sing some of the same songs about these primary feelings, if you talk about these primary feelings, we have the same words at school as at home.
Và như vậy thì nếu như ở nhà bố mẹ cũng có thể là hướng dẫn hay là dạy lại trẻ những cái từ vựng hay những cái từ ngữ để chỉ ra những cái cảm xúc chính là như vậy.
Secondary or more subtle feelings include feeling frustrated, worried, excited, proud, curious, overwhelmed, lonely, and calm.
Và tương tự thì đối với cái cảm giác tiếp theo, các cái cung bậc tiếp theo sẽ là hoặc trẻ sẽ cảm thấy thất vọng, lo lắng, vui mừng hay là cảm thấy rất là tự hào, kiêu hãnh, cũng như là tò mò hoặc là cảm thấy choáng ngợp, cũng có lúc là thấy cô đơn và cũng có khi là thấy rất là bình tĩnh ạ.
Next slide, please. When we name feelings for children, we're teaching a skill. We're not giving permission for misbehavior. We're helping them understand what they're feeling. And that is a skill.
Và để khi mà dạy những cái từ vựng liên quan đến cảm xúc thì bạn có thể kể tên được những cái điều bạn quan sát, thí dụ như là khuôn mặt của trẻ lúc đó trông thế nào, và hãy sử dụng các ngôn ngữ hết sức là đơn giản, thí dụ như là bạn có cảm thấy buồn bực hay bạn có cảm thấy tức giận không.
So when we see our child experiencing a big emotion, the first thing we might do is to name what we see. So we might, if we think the child is worrying about something, we say, your face looks worried.
Và khi mà bạn quan sát thì với cái vào khuôn mặt hay là các cái biểu hiện biểu lộ khuôn mặt của trẻ thì bạn sẽ có thể đưa ra câu hỏi là trông bạn sao có vẻ lo lắng như vậy, trông bé sao có vẻ lo lắng như thế. Chúng ta sẽ
And
gọi
then,
tên được cái cảm xúc của trẻ.
and then use simple language, something simple like, are you feeling angry or sad?
Ừ. Và đôi khi thì các bạn có khi cũng chỉ cần sử dụng các cái ngôn ngữ hết sức là đơn giản thôi. Bạn có thể cảm thấy là bực bội hay là buồn phiền gì không?
Feelings are normal, and children need to know that we all have feelings and that it's normal to have these feelings.
Và những cái cảm xúc như vậy cũng là điều hết sức là bình thường. Cho nên là bố mẹ cũng có thể giúp cho trẻ biết rằng là những cái cảm xúc đó cũng không có gì là đặc biệt cả. Vẫn cứ mọi người cũng đều có những cảm xúc như vậy thôi ạ.
Next slide. So, how do we help children learn that skill of regulating their emotions and making their feelings feel normal?
Vậy thì làm thế nào chúng ta có thể hỗ trợ hay là giúp đỡ trẻ cảm thấy là những cái cảm giác này là bình thường, những cái cảm xúc này cũng bình thường.
Later, I want to hear what you do with your children, but for now, I'm going to suggest one sort of process that you might try with your child.
Sorry, Lynn, may you say it again?
Yes. Later, I want to hear how you calm your child when they experience a big emotion. For now, I'm going to suggest a process you might like to try. Hello? I'm not sure what happened. Looks like we lost them. So I'll just continue on without the slides. So the first thing to do is to stay calm. Make sure your child knows that you are listening. That is the most important thing, that your child knows that you are listening. Go ahead and translate, Miss Holm.
Sorry.
So I'll
Um,
say it again. The most important thing is
um,
for your child to know that you are listening to them.
À, Thank you. Như vậy là như bố mẹ sẽ thấy là đối với trẻ cái điều quan trọng nhất là trẻ được bố mẹ lắng nghe.
If you are feeling big emotions yourself, it's important that you stay calm. And if you can't feel calm, then just stay silent.
Và khi mà à, đứa trẻ mà nhận ra là bố mẹ đang lắng nghe thì các bạn ấy sẽ được giữ được cảm giác là được bình tĩnh.
Get at eye level so that you're looking at the child and they know and can feel that you're really listening to them.
Và hãy nhìn đứa trẻ và biết rằng là bạn đang chia sẻ cảm xúc để cho đứa trẻ được bình tĩnh và đứa trẻ biết là bạn đang lắng nghe.
Tell them, I hear you.
Hãy nói với đứa trẻ rằng là tôi đang nghe bạn hay là bố mẹ đang nghe con đây ạ.
Try not to minimize or correct their feeling. Try not to say, oh, it's okay. Or to say, you shouldn't be feeling this way. Try not to do that.
Và trong những trường hợp như vậy thì chúng ta cũng có thể là tránh cái việc là điều chỉnh cảm giác hay là tránh cái việc nói rằng là ồ như vậy là đúng hoặc là ồ chúng ta chuyện đấy là bình thường thôi ạ.
For the child, it's important we listen and hear them and acknowledge how they're feeling.
Đối với đứa trẻ thì cái điều rất là quan trọng đấy là chúng ta phải lắng nghe, chúng ta phải nghe được đứa trẻ, nghe được cảm xúc của đứa trẻ và thể hiện ra là đứa trẻ biết là chúng ta đang nghe.
Use a warm tone in your voice and let your body feel open so that they feel that you love them and that they're safe.
Và chúng ta thể hiện à, rằng là chúng ta yêu quý, chúng ta tin tưởng, chúng ta đem lại cái cảm giác an toàn cho đứa trẻ có thể là thông qua cả cái giọng nói.
Children don't need us to fix the feeling, they need to feel understood. Safety opens the door to regulation.
Đứa trẻ thì rất là cần là được người lớn lắng nghe, được người lớn hiểu về mình. À,
Please stay on this slide. Try not to say, you're fine, or stop crying, or it's not a big deal. Try not to threaten or bribe. Try not to laugh or shame. These responses teach children to push their feelings down instead of processing them. Over time, emotional suppression becomes stress.
Ừ. Và bố mẹ thì cũng cố gắng là sẽ tránh không nói hoặc là không thể hiện. Thí dụ như chúng ta đừng nói rằng là con ổn đấy, hoặc là con đừng khóc nữa, hoặc là đó không phải là một cái vấn đề gì lớn đâu. Đặc biệt là chúng ta cũng không được đe dọa hoặc là nạt nộ trẻ, cũng như không nên là cười nhạo trẻ, làm cho trẻ có cái cảm giác là bị xấu hổ.
Next slide. Help the child return to calm before problem solving.
Và
So,
chúng ta
yeah,
sorry.
go
Ok. Và chúng ta hãy cố gắng là giúp cho trẻ là hãy bình tĩnh trở lại trước khi mà tiếp tục để cái câu chuyện hay là tiếp tục giải quyết cái vấn đề tiếp theo.
Regulation is a skill learned over years. We coach it the same way we coach walking or talking.
Và chúng ta cũng có thể là phải chia sẻ với trẻ thông qua những cái biểu hiện cảm xúc hay là những cái có những cái lời nói với trẻ.
Next slide. So here are some calming strategies for young children. One thing that is really effective for me as a grandmother, one of the first things I do is I hold my grandchild and I go sit in a rocker and we rock. Or I might hold them gently and lovingly and walk around the room and sing to them as I walk, holding them close to my heart.
Một trong những cái cách để có thể làm cho trẻ nhỏ cảm thấy là an toàn hoặc yên tâm Thí dụ trong nghiệp của tôi là một người bà thì tôi luôn luôn là mong muốn là có những cái ôm, hay là có những cái trò chuyện, có những cái cử chỉ rất là à, chậm, như là dung, hoặc là à, gọi là bế ẵm đứa bé, vâng. Ừ, để chia sẻ.
In some families, they might say, "Oh, you feel sad. Your heart is hurting." And then the parent might kiss their heart, or if they've hurt their hand, they might kiss their hand, or they might they acknowledge the hurt and they might kiss it better. In some families, that is a way of acknowledging, "I see that you're hurt and I'm here."
Trong một vài gia đình thì cha mẹ cũng có thể là khi đứa trẻ có cái đau buồn, hoặc là không vui, thì có thể là thơm nhẹ với đứa trẻ, có thể là xoa dịu, hoặc có thể là cầm tay hoặc xoa đầu nhẹ nhàng để nhằm làm giảm những cái căng thẳng của đứa trẻ.
You might teach children to take deep breaths like this, or you might blow bubbles, or you might hug a stuffed animal, or you might shake hands, stomp feet, or stretch. You might have a calm, cozy place that you might go with the child to.
Và bên cạnh đó thì cha mẹ cũng có thể có một vài cái động tác, thí dụ như là chúng ta sẽ hít thở sâu, hoặc là thổi bong bóng giống như là giả vờ là thổi nến ra. Đôi khi chúng ta cũng có thể là ôm những cái con thú nhồi bông, hoặc là có những cái thí dụ như là những cái cảm giác làm cho trẻ thấy yên tâm hơn, thí dụ như là làm cho trẻ bắt tay, hay là dậm chân, hay là giữ cho trẻ có cái không gian được yên tĩnh hoặc là ấm cúng, để tạo cho trẻ là đỡ căng thẳng.
These strategies work because they bring the nervous system back into balance.
Và với những cái cách như vậy chính là cách để làm cân đối giữa cái sự căng thẳng cũng như là cái tâm trạng bình tĩnh.
Next slide. Pause, breathe, connect is a particular approach that you might remind yourself to use next time your child is experiencing big emotions.
Ờ, và cái phương pháp ví dụ như là tạm dừng, hít thở, hay là có cái kết nối cảm xúc, thì đây chính là những cái phương pháp mà sẽ hỗ trợ giúp cho trẻ được bình tĩnh.
So first, pause. The adult calms themselves
Chị
first.
em nữa cách mình đúng không?
Breathe. Guide the child to breathe in simple, playful ways, or take them to the rocker and rock, or hold them close to you and walk around the room. And thirdly, connect to them. Validate their feelings and offer comfort.
Và cái phương pháp này thì đầu tiên chúng ta có thể bắt đầu bằng cái việc là chúng ta hãy bình tĩnh, tạm dừng những cái cảm xúc của trẻ thông qua các hoạt động bình tĩnh. Sau đấy thì hướng dẫn trẻ là hít thở theo những cái cách rất là đơn giản, có thể là dắt trẻ đi quanh trong phòng, hoặc là nói năng nhẹ nhàng, để nhằm kết nối những cái xác thực cảm xúc, cũng như là đem lại cái sự thoải mái cho trẻ nhất có thể.
Next slide. So when you see your child, you might say, "Your face looks frustrated. Let's pause. I'm here. I'm here. Let's take a big breath together. Now we can figure out what to do." Next,
Và chúng ta
next
có thể,
slide.
dạ, vâng. Chúng ta chỉ chia sẻ với trẻ là, vâng. Ừ.
So just take this minute right now and check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What's your primary feeling? Happy, sad, angry, scared? How are you as an adult feeling right now? Are you frustrated about something? Do you feel worried about something? Are you excited, proud, curious? Just take a little minute to acknowledge, how are you feeling right now?
Chúng ta hãy dành một vài phút để xem là bây giờ chúng ta đang có cảm giác như thế nào. những cái cảm giác hay cảm xúc chính của chúng ta bây giờ có phải là vui vẻ, hạnh phúc, tức giận hay là buồn bã không? Rồi cái cảm giác tiếp theo hay là chúng ta đang thất vọng hay lo lắng hay là vui mừng hay là choáng ngợp hay là chúng ta cảm thấy cô đơn, vân vân. Chúng ta hãy có một phút để suy nghĩ về cái cảm giác của chúng ta bây giờ.
And over the days, try to check in with yourself so you start remembering your feelings and acknowledge your feelings and look at how you regulate yourself. Because what we do as adults, children are learning to do that. It's a skill.
Và sau một ngày thì chúng ta cũng có thể dừng lại, nhìn lại cái cảm giác, cảm xúc trong ngày. Chúng ta có thể là à, khống chế hoặc là quản lý những cái cảm giác buồn bã hay là mệt mỏi. Có thể là giữ lại được những cái cảm giác vui vẻ, dễ chịu sau một ngày.
Next slide. Next slide. So on the next slide, I ask you to imagine your child is crying because you gave them the wrong color of cup. Which of these things would be the most helpful to the child? A, for you to say, stop crying, it doesn't really matter. B, you wanted the blue cup, you're disappointed. Let's breathe together. I'm here, I'm listening, I hear you. Or C, if you stop crying, I'll give you a treat. Which is the most, which of these three things would be the most helpful, do you think? So I'll just give you a minute to think which you think it would be.
À,
And if you think it was B, that is the most supportive because we match the feeling, we validate, and we help the child regulate before we problem solve. Oh, yes, look at you're all chatting in. You've got B. Oh, you all got it. Thank you so much, everyone. Next slide, please. So the main things from this short little time together that you might take away and you might think about with your child and as you were watching them. First of all, big emotions are developmentally normal. It's normal for your young child to have big emotions. I'll let you translate that, please, Home.
vâng. Và những cái cách để chúng ta có thể những cái cách cơ bản để chúng ta có thể à, chia sẻ và mang những cảm xúc đó, đấy là những cái cảm xúc rất là lớn. Thực ra nó cũng rất là bình thường trong cái việc phát triển, trong cái quá trình phát triển. Chúng ta hãy đặt tên những cái cảm xúc để xây dựng được những cái trí tuệ về cảm xúc. Và trẻ em thì luôn mượn được cái trông cậy và cái sự bình tĩnh của chúng ta.
Secondly, naming emotions builds emotional intelligence.
Và cái việc chúng ta hãy cố gắng đặt tên để cái cảm xúc mang tính trí tuệ cảm xúc này ạ.
Thirdly, children borrow our calm.
Ừ. À, Trẻ em thì dựa vào mượn cái sự hoặc là mượn cái sự bình tĩnh của chúng ta.
Validation plus co-regulation equals emotional safety. In other words, listening to our children helps them learn skills to regulate their emotions, and that helps them feel safe in their emotions.
Cái cảm giác hay cái cảm xúc an toàn của trẻ nhỏ thì sẽ dựa vào cái việc là chúng ta cùng điều chỉnh để cho trẻ cảm thấy là yên tâm hoặc là an toàn hơn.
Practice the pause, breathe, connect approach.
Chúng ta hãy sử dụng cái phương pháp là hãy tạm dừng, cho trẻ hít thở hoặc là kết nối lại. Vâng.
Next slide. I'd love to hear from you. What are situations at home that feel the most challenging? Let's explore those together. If you would share some of your stories, some of your questions, I'd love to hear them. So we'll
À,
just pause to hear if anybody has any questions or stories they'd like to tell. So you
Bên
can,
đến những cái tôi rất là muốn lắng nghe những cái câu hỏi hay là những cái tình huống thực tế của bố mẹ, những cái thử thách hàng ngày mà chúng ta đã gặp phải và cái cách giải quyết của bố mẹ. Không biết là các bố mẹ có ý kiến chia sẻ gì không ạ?
if there aren't any questions immediately, then we'll just go to the next slide and I will stay on the call for anyone who would like to stay and have questions. And if anybody needs to leave, we will close and then you can leave.
À, và chúng ta vẫn còn những cái phần trình bày tiếp theo, cho nên là bố mẹ có thể chia sẻ câu hỏi ở đây hoặc là có thể gửi lại để chúng ta có thể là tập hợp lại để trao đổi tiếp theo sau ạ.
In Maple Bear Schools, we acknowledge, of course, that you are your child's parent. You know them best.
The parents raised her hands. Please introduce Miss Hà Phạm. Please unmute and share your thought.
Okay, and just before we do that, just so that if there are parents who need to leave, Miss Holm, could you just translate what I just said? You are your child's parent and you know them best.
Ừ. Vâng, bố mẹ là những người mà biết rõ, hiểu rõ con của mình nhất. Vâng.
Thank you for letting us partner with you in nurturing your children to be emotionally healthy.
Và rất là cảm ơn các bố mẹ, các bạn đã tạo điều kiện, đã cho phép chúng tôi cùng hỗ trợ hoặc hợp tác với bố mẹ trong cái việc là nuôi dưỡng con em mình được khỏe mạnh về mặt cảm xúc.
So now we'll close the slideshow so that I can see your faces and I can see if people raise their hands, please.
À, tôi rất mong được nhìn thấy những cái khuôn mặt của bố mẹ ở đây ạ. À.
So I see from uh, Gemma, my son is currently living away from parents. He usually cries when he wants something and avoids eye contact or begs grandparents who usually give him what he wants. In this situation, what could we do to soothe his emotions and collaborate with grandparents in validating his emotions? That's a great question. Would you translate that, please, Home?
Sorry, what questions?
I'll speak to that while Home is looking for that. It's in the chat. So Gemma, who are you, Gemma? I don't see you.
My camera is on.
My camera is off. Sorry about that.
Oh,
I'm
it's okay. Now I'm hearing you though. It's fine. Yeah, so let's you keep your microphone on, Gemma. I think the first thing is to say to your parents, say to the grandparents, I was at a workshop and here's some things that I learned. And open the conversation with the grandparents to talk about it. And then from there, if there's some things that you're finding work at home or that you would like them to try, you are the parents and you need to say how you want it to be. Does that make sense, Gemma?
yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, like, my parents do not usually listen to me because they are they are older. So it's kind of hard to persuade them into doing those things. And
Yeah.
because he cries a lot, and I think for grandparents it's kind of annoying, so they just want him to like stop crying, so they would give him whatever he wants.
Do they give him what he wants or are they listening to him?
I think they will frequently say things like, "Oh, it doesn't matter." So,
Okay. Yeah, I would work on that piece of talking to your parents. You can tell them about this call and work on the parents on the grandparents. It's not so much, it's not really your child's, how can I say this? Your child is normal. What your child is doing is what children do. And now to do the work of getting on the same page with your parents, I'd say that's the first thing. Could you try that?
Yeah, sure. I'll do my best.
Yeah, I know it's tricky. I know it's tricky.
So when we are away, is there any way that we can like talk to him through the phone while still soothe his emotions? Because it's kind of hard for you. I listened to what you said, and like you should hold his hands or look into his eyes, tell him things. But like, yeah, because we are not there, so it's kind of harder for us to, yeah. And when he cries, everyone just want to get involved. So sometimes he just doesn't listen to us. He just listens to his grandparents because he knows that they will give him what he wants.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's a tricky one. I am a grandparent, and I really, really try hard to listen to what my daughters-in-law ask me to do. Sometimes sometimes my daughters-in-law have to say it a few times to me, but I try to do what they say. So don't give up on your parents. Keep trying to say, here's what we would like to do. Here's what,
Cái này là Mickey hả?
and then
Mickey có chữ.
and then the piece with your, is there something you can do? I don't know what your policy in your family is with the phone. I know families all over the world are asking questions about, is it okay for young children to see the screen of a phone? Is that okay? Because there's research that talks about how screens and the phone shape a child's brain. And so that's the first thing for you and your husband to talk about what you think about the screen. And that's a big question parents all over the world are asking. And I think that is something to have the conversation with first. Is the adult that's with them there? Can they provide the connection and the listening? If they can't, maybe you need to use the phone to say, Mommy's here, I'm listening. What happened? I'll be home soon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hi, Lynn.
Hello.
Yeah, I want to share something. I think my story might be everyone's stories, especially in Vietnam and in Vietnamese culture, because currently my child, me and my husband are living with my mother-in-law. So she has a different kinds of methods to raise my child, to care for my child, and I have different methods also. So it is very often to see that the conflict between the different methods, and we often raise voices and fighting alongside how it is better for the child, and which method is suitable for the child, is more suitable for the child. So as Lynn, as you are also a grandparent, I want to ask about the how we um, find the mutual ground for the method, for the two methods, to find the mutual ground so we can both live in peace and raise the child together. Because I think it might be it might be for a long time until my mother-in-law returned to her hometown. So I think Yeah, so I think it might be difficult for us to come to a mutual uh voice. So
Uh,
yeah.
I love that. Come to a mutual voice. Come to a mutual voice. Those in itself are beautiful words. And it's, it is something, uh, you've got the intention, you have a direction, and so that is set. You're wanting to do this in a mutual way. So that's first. And would you say that your parents are, or your mother-in-law, does she want to come to a connection, a mutual understanding too? Does she want to?
Yeah, I think that she might want that too, but at the moment she have not listened to any of us saying anything,
Mhm.
because she said that she's an elder, so we have to listen to her, and she have a more experience in raising child, so we have to listen to her opinions, and because of that, I don't think she has any bad intention. She also love the kid, and she also want to raise him well. So I
Yeah,
think she put effort into her method, but however the method is not the same as mine, so we usually have conflicts, have arguments, but I want to connect with her to have
yeah.
the mutual understanding, so we can balance our methods. So because I want the child to feel the love from both their grandparents and his parents.
Yes, yes. I love everything you're saying. You're saying you want the child to feel the love from all the people who love him. You want that. And you're saying that it's just the method that is different. So if there are ways, that you can maybe go for coffee, or to do something special, go for a nice walk with your mother-in-law, maybe do something where it puts you and her in a close place, something that, that you work on your relationship with her so that she somehow is open to listening to you. And then just acknowledge that you want your child to feel her love. And then, explain to her what you're thinking. But I agree with you. First, you're respecting her, and she does have experience, all of those things. But it's about finding mutual ground, and that is not always easy, because it's people. And so it's hard work. It's not an easy answer. There's all I can say is, you've got a good direction, and direction really matters. And then along the way, there's going to be bumps. There's going to be points where you feel like, that isn't how I wanted it. But just keep going in the direction towards love. I think that's what you can do. And I also think, when you're in emotion, in a situation when the voices are loud, you yourself, take a breath, just pause, take a breath, and then acknowledge how you are feeling. Try to acknowledge, and then bring your feeling into balance. And that might help open the conversation with your mother-in-law. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you for understanding and listening to my story, because when you say that you might want to pause and think about what I want to say, what I want to express myself to my mother-in-law. I feel that I don't know if you understand, but I but really I am a hot tempered person. So and my mother-in-law is also a hot temper person. So the conflict might be really big, and yeah, the voices are really loud. So yeah, I understand that you said that I have to pause for a moment and think of what I want to say, what I want to express, and I think is very valuable valuable advice for me. Thank you.
And I just also want to say, children learn how to regulate their emotions by watching how their adults around them regulate emotions. So it's good for your child to see you have a big emotion, and it's good for them to see you take a deep breath and think, and then try to regulate your own emotions to speak. That's very good for your child. And I personally think passion and a little bit of fire is a good thing. And for your child to see that and then watch you learn to regulate, they're learning a lot. They're learning a lot. So
Yes. Yeah.
thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I think I see Trang, did you have a story?
Còn bố mẹ nào còn câu chuyện cần chia sẻ nữa không ạ?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
I have a question. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, I have two kids. I posted my question here. Can you see it? Should I say it aloud?
Yeah, tell us your story.
Well, I have two kids, a 6-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter. Usually they play well together, but they often fight because my daughter teased my son and like quite a lot, and my son hits my daughter. So I often have to be a judge between them. At first, I tried to like tell them about the right from the wrong, but then I figure out that the more I talk to them, the more they try to to calculate how many good points they have, how many bad points the other person has. So I turn to teach them about playing together in peace and love each other and try to see the good things in each other. Yes, but that makes me exhausted
Yes.
most of the time. Yes, and I don't know if I'm doing it right, if I'm doing it the right way, or should I do something else to help them play together in harmony and learn how to like teamwork better. Yeah, thank you a lot.
So here, I want to say it again. You have the right, you've got a beautiful direction. You know what you want, you know where you want to go. You want them to play in harmony. You want that for your family. That's the
Yes.
most important thing, that you know what you want the outcome to be. And the second thing is and sorry, I'm just seeing a good night. Yes. Thank you for coming. Have a good sleep, all of you. That's so important. So yeah, Trang, that's important.
Yes.
You know your direction. You know what you're aiming for. And then you also said, I'm exhausted. It's important to say, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. And it's that piece of, you're in a time of life right now where it's going to be a few years of being exhausted. And I encourage you, to find ways to give yourself a rest. Find ways to get a rest now and then. That's very important. And then, I'm also going to say, I don't know if there is a right way to teach our children to love each other, because they, there isn't one right way. It's constant trying. It's constant trying and figuring out, oh, well, that worked, or no, that didn't work. But I can share a few things that, if from my experience, you might want to try. So if there's some way you can take out any competition between them, if there's any, if you see, if you compare your children, or if they feel like they're being compared, or if they feel like there's a competition between them, try to remove that. Try to teach them that they are wonderful just as they are. That's one thing. Another thing is, do they get enough attention from you? Do they feel like when they need you, you're there? And it doesn't have to be that you actually are there, but if children feel like they know that when they ask for attention, you will give them attention. So, what does that look like when a child comes to you and says, "Mommy, can you read to me?" Then drop everything you're doing, take a book and go read to them. Or when they're going to sleep, if you can, lie down with them and let them know you're there. When you pick them up from Maple Bear, hug them and let them know, "I'm so glad to see you." Really help them feel that in the moments you have together, that you really see them, so that they don't have to get attention from you, because sometimes children will hit each other just to get their mom and dad's attention.
I see. Yeah.
So I want to tell you a little story. When my sons were 10 and 13, two boys, and it's very important to me that they aren't fighting, that there's harmony in our household. Both my husband and I, it's very important. And when they were about 10 and 13, well, it was more about 13 and 17, actually. They'd go down into the basement in our house while I was cooking supper, and I could hear them down there, and they'd be saying, "Quit it, get off," they were fighting. And I could hear them. Every time I'd go down and as I'm leaving the kitchen, "What are you guys doing? Stop," as soon as I hear it, I'm, uptight, and I'm, yeah.
Yeah.
And every time I'd go down there they are sitting on opposite ends of the couch and just trying to get me to come downstairs by their fighting. They were not fighting. They were not fighting. They were just trying to get under their mother's So some of that, check, are they kind of doing something in their relationship that actually it's not a bad thing. They're getting closer to each other. Yeah. So it's important to look at their relationship and how are they figuring out how to be siblings.
I see.
Yeah, those three things, first of all, let them know they are wonderful just who they are.
Yes.
There's no competition. Secondly, that you see them, that you see them and attend to them. They don't have to get your attention.
Yes.
And thirdly, watch their relationship. Yeah. And
Yes.
yeah. I don't know if I have any answers, like I say, but keep going in your direction.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, your words really make my day.
Oh, well, yeah. Hey, and I see Tyrone. Is that Tyrone? That's Tage's daddy. Any, I can't hear you, Tyrone. Okay, is there anybody else?
I
Hey,
have
can
two
you hear me,
questions.
Miss Lynn?
There, now I can hear you.
How
Oh,
are
Tanya,
you? How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm so glad to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's so nice to see you. Like, Miss Annie said that you're having this workshop, and I couldn't miss it. I had to see you again.
And I'm so glad I met your son. Oh, he's a
Yeah,
beautiful boy.
thank you so much. Yeah,
Mm,
it was really nice to have you there. Nice to see you again and to hear your voice. I was
yeah.
so motivated, so I was like, why not join the workshop?
Well, and
How's
Tanya, the feeling's mutual. The feeling's absolutely mutual. I'm glad to see you too.
how's things going? How's things going? Are you in the background? It seems like you at a Maple Bay Center or school.
You know, that's my background. I do a lot of online work, and so
That's
that's
so cool. That is so cool. Can you see my background? Everyone's got a background now. See, I'm here in London. I'm here in London currently. Can you see the bridge?
I do see it. I thought that was in San Francisco. I see Wen is also at the same place you are.
Yeah, you know that song, London Bridge is falling down. That song you taught us. I actually played that game with my students, and they had so much fun.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Hello. I see
Now,
someone.
please, Miss Trang Nguyễn, please unmute you. Yeah, and you have something to share.
Yeah. Hello, Dr. Lynn.
Hello, Trang.
Thank you for me just sharing my case on this room. My case is about my son. He is the third child in my family. And my question is, my son is usually very sweet, but sometimes he gets a bit energetic. Um, I think it might be because he watch YouTube and he gets influenced by it.
Yeah.
I want to help him understand that when he jumps around or he runs too fast, it can be dangerous if he falls or lose control. Can you help me to explain to my son about that?
Mhm.
Because general explanation will not affect so much to him. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really good, thank you for bringing this story to us because I think it's something a lot of us experience. So first of all, maybe we that are here want to talk a little bit about how social media and screen time and our phones and our computers, how that shapes children. You know, there's scientific research that shows that the more screen time children have, it affects their brain. And because the child's emotional center is developed very early, you know, by the time they're a year or two, they already experience emotions, big emotions. But that part of the brain that helps them think and understand how they're feeling is not developed. And too much screen time doesn't let that thinking brain develop. So that's maybe something we can talk about as parents, because I had a conversation with parents in India a few months ago. Parents, you know, really questioning, we're in such a society of screen time. And is that good for our children? So we can talk about that, but that's something I'd encourage you to think about. You know, what is your child watching and how much? As a parent, that's up to you to control that.
I actually like sorry, Miss Lynn. Like, I do like get what she's saying because like Tage went to like Tage was like at home from till 2 years old. He was at home with a nanny, and like the nanny just let him watch TV all the time. And we told the nanny to take Tage outside to play, but like she just never did it. And like I can see how much energy he has, and like he can't focus too long on something because I think what happens is they get overstimulated. their brains get over. It's too much happening at one time. It depends what they're watching as well. Too many colors. I think like it's like everything's happening too fast for their brains, and then it becomes overstimulated, and then it's like yeah, they don't know how to, like you say, control their emotions and stuff like that. So that's why it's so important for children to play outside and to free play and to focus on what children's supposed to actually do instead of
Yes.
watching TV all the time. So
Yeah,
it's best to minimize.
yeah, that I think it's a common story all around the world. And scientific research shows that screen time for young children changes their brain.
Mm.
So that's not to say we can't, change that. But if your child has been watching a lot of social media and screen time, if they've had a lot of that, and by a lot, I mean more than 20 minutes a day, that is considered a lot if a child has more than 15, 20 minutes of screen time a day. So if they have had a lot, that's not to say that we can't shift that back into a healthy place, but it's like an addiction withdrawal. So if you start limiting screen time, you're going to have huge emotions because the child's brain craves all of that, all of the colors. The child's brain craves it. And so that will be a big reaction for them if you change that. So that's the first thing, is to look at how much screen time your child's having. And then secondly, get them outside to run and play more. Find places where they can really run, where they can really play. And that's hard in a big city. That's not easy.
I
But
think also like many parents get busy. Like I think we use I won't say excuse, but like we get so busy with work and other things that sometimes I think it's just the easiest thing to just put the TV on and let the child like watch TV, because then you can do whatever you need to get. Like say you need to finish some work, then it's like it's just the easiest thing to do. And I think that's what the issue that we have as a society is, because we are so busy all the time, you know
yeah, yeah.
and then we forget to pay that small attention to like our and I'm at fault as well, because I have let him watch too much TV as well. So that's why I can say for myself, like I can see he's got this outburst of energy all the time, and like yeah, so it is a bit hectic sometimes because you don't know what to do. You obviously have to minimize the TV time, but yeah, like even in
I
class
know.
he's very busy, which is good. It's good if they're busy and they have a lot of energy, but like as a parent you also want your or not your student,
So
your child to focus in class and stuff, and to
yeah. So then my third thing would be to suggest that you create a rich environment in your home so that they have things to do. So for an example, a box. A box can provide a lot of entertainment if you bring a big box home and say, okay, you're going to paint this box and turn it into a house while I make supper. Here's the paint,
mm,
here's the box. Go. You make the paint, I'm making supper. Let's see what you can make. Like they don't have to be expensive things, but
that's
children
cool.
children have to have things to do. Or you get out the blankets, get out the chairs and a flashlight and say, "Kay, can you build a fort? Here's a flashlight and you build the fort. Take your books in the fort and read your books in the fort." But children have to have things to do. They don't have to be expensive toys, but they have to have things to do.
Thank
That's
you.
a brilliant answer.
Trang, what are you
Thank you.
thinking? What are you thinking,
Yeah.
Trang?
Yeah, I think find a safer place for my son to play, or I think more uh, about things for he to do
Mhm.
instead of watching YouTube or screen time more. So I reduce the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think more. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, it's my pleasure. And it can be, simple things. There's lots of ideas on Instagram for you as a parent, but get your child doing things at home that keep them busy.
Keep them busy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get them
yeah.
playing.
Valuable work for me. Yeah.
Anything else from anybody?
I
I
have
think
uh, I have two questions.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Miss Lynn. Just now you mentioned that we should give enough of attention to our children. So my son is the first grandson in the family. I just want to ask if there are too much attention from a lot of people, is there any problem? Is there any side effect for the child? Seem like the grandparents and the parents and everyone else really pay attention on him.
In my experience, the more love, the better. The more it,
Sometimes I feel like he really like that. He's the spotlight. He's under the spotlight of the family. So I'm not sure whether it's good. And if he will have siblings soon, is there any problem if people shifting the attention to other child?
so let me tell you, that's different in every family. And I don't know if we can really say why in some families there's jealousy between siblings and in other families there aren't. I don't know that we can say, well, this is why. So I think you're just going to have to try it. But first of all, your son, for him to know that he's loved, I think isn't
the
that
most important.
isn't it?
That's the most important thing.
For all of us to know that people love me. So
Mm.
so there's that. But then when his new sibling comes, that will be very good for him. And for him, I'll tell you about how my son has had a new baby in his life and they have a toddler. So Layla is the toddler and Junie is the new baby. And months before the baby was born, my daughter-in-law bought a baby doll and she bought some diapers and Layla started playing with the baby doll and putting diapers on the baby doll. And the baby is here now. And, they really talked about the baby coming. And so Layla was very excited for the baby to come. And my son and my daughter-in-law are doing such a beautiful job of of just living, and I can't say any more than that. Somehow those two little girls already are friends, and it's just in a quiet way. Just the family is shaping that together. So I would say don't be afraid of it. Your son is, be confident in him and start telling him, you're going to be such a good brother. And we are having this baby and we are going to have a new family in our, like start building that for him so that he knows he's part of it. What do you think about that?
Thank you, Lynn. I think I'm just too worried at this point of time. I'm just worried that he's sometimes quite self-centered because the whole family really take care and yeah, and pamper him a lot.
Oh, maybe that's the thing, the pampering part. Like if they pamper too much, and I think that's the problem. Yeah, like if like your child is pampered too much, then it's like a kind of not spoiled, but they're used to getting everything, and yeah, that sometimes makes it difficult.
Yeah. So then the second, it's come to the second questions. Um, well, all the people in the family really pamper him, but he's a little bit shy. So I'm not sure whether he can build the self-confidence by himself, or what should I do? Do I need to force him to do something or meet more people or meet more friends?
Is he in a Maple Bear school?
Yes, he is.
Be,
He's Tintin.
be
Teacher
quiet.
Tintin.
Tyrone.
I knew, I recognized you. Tintin's mom. Yes, one of my students. He's not,
Oh,
I don't think he's shy though. He's not shy in class. He's not shy in class. Tintin's
Um,
not shy in class. He's actually like a ball of energy. Like, he's always happy and smiling in class. So, like, yeah, he's always happy. He's always engaging. He actually, like, if we have lessons together, he actually like repeats the words that I say, and sometimes it comes out clear. So I thought you are Tintin's mom, but I wasn't sure. I wanted to ask. But now that you're explaining him, I can't picture him like that. Like, I can't see Tintin like that. I see him way differently than how you see him. Maybe he's different when he's in a different environment at home, but like when he's at school, he's like another boy. He's got a
thank
lot of
you, teacher.
energy. He comes to me, he runs, he's happy. You know, he makes me happy when I see him. So he's just this cute little boy that runs up to me, and he's like, the other day, sorry to break your word, the other day, me and my TA, Miss Katie, very amazing TA. It's like she's so beautiful and like awesome. And me and her do this thing where we sit next to each other and we like, come. And then Tintin, like, he always comes to me, obviously, like he loves me. So, and then all the other students choose Miss Katie. So he always chooses me. So like, yeah, I thought I had to share that with you because it's so beautiful. And yeah, no, you've got an amazing son, really. So yeah.
So teacher Tyron doesn't think that he's shy,
I
but
don't think so.
he's a little bit shy in different, especially in strange environment or strange
In
people.
different environment, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he feel very comfortable in class with his friends and all that. So maybe it depends the environment as well, you know.
yeah.
I think so.
I'm going to jump in here. Thank you very much, Tyrone, because you're exactly right. Like our children and we are different in different places. You know, he will be different in different places. But I was going to say that if your child is in a Maple Bear school, that is something that will grow. Maple Bear brings out a personality that helps children be confident to speak their voice. So that's a good thing you're doing for him.
Thank you, Miss Lynn.
Yeah.
I'm more confident now. So let's wear it now.
And you know what? That in itself, be confident in him. Be confident in Tintin. Be confident that he is going to be just fine as an older brother.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And Laura, I saw you here with your hand up. Are you still here?
I am here. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Laura.
Yes, hello. I joined a little bit later. Sorry, I had something to do earlier, but actually, I just wanted to make a quick point. My daughter, when we're in a mixed family as well, my husband is Vietnamese, and I totally understand the attention thing because when we would go to the in-laws, the Vietnamese, it was TV on, I'm feeding you at, 3, 4, 5 years old because that's what the grandparents do. And we let them once a week get away with it. It's okay. But my daughter as well, when, yeah, she was 2 years old, 3 years old, even up to 4 years old, we would go to the in laws, who she knows very well, of course. And she was so shy. Like here's my father-in-law with like, do you want some chocolate? Come here. And she's hiding behind me going, Mom, go get it. Go. And I'm going, no, honey. So with someone she's very comfortable with she's known since birth, she was very shy. And you just got to support them. You got to model, you got to, support, like, Vietnamese culture. I really understand it. And, you say hello to, and give respect to the elderly, or even Anh and Chi and all of them. And so, like, the security guards, we would come in, and she wouldn't want to talk to anyone coming in the underground, parking the bike. And we'd say, oh, chào chú à, oh, chào ông. She didn't want to say it to anyone. And we just kept modeling, right? So, we got to support them in that, and just understand that's the way they are. And as long as we love them, no matter what, they will come out of their shell when they're ready. So, and she's just, oh, I can't even tell you now. She's 6, and oh, she is not shy anymore. I'm going to tell you that. So just support. And yeah, it was funny. I really related to you at the time. I had flashbacks and memories, but as Ms. Lynn said, just we be confident in them and support them, understand them and love them, and they will show up when they're ready.
Thank you, Laura. So now I
Yeah,
know that Tintin is not that bad. In our culture, sometimes when the family gather and then the children never say hi to any of the family members, so I feel a little bit um worried.
Embarrassed.
Yeah, embarrassed also.
Just keep modeling. I totally understand you. I really do. It does take time, and then they just see that's the way you do it, or we'll just say, what do you say? And you could just start with slight words, or just even polite mannerisms, like we taught my kids, yeah, so just even very simple things like that. And then again, we just model, and that's the way that it is. And hopefully the grandparents understand too, but we do
Thank you,
what we
Laura.
can.
That's very
Yeah.
helpful.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to jump in here. Miss Home and Miss Moon, listening to this conversation, this might be something you want to do every Monday night. What a great group of parents. And
Yes.
I'm going to close us off for tonight, because it was going to be 30 minutes. We've been together an hour and a half, and we're
Yes.
still going
Yeah.
strong. So I'm going to, and I just see Hazel. We'll hear what Hazel is going to say, and then I'll ask Miss Moon and Miss Home to close us off. And if you've enjoyed this, send them an email and let's do it again. I'll be in Canada, but I'm happy to do this anytime. So Miss Hazel, and it's also something Miss Home and Miss Moon might continue just on their own. But Miss Hazel, were you going to say something? No, I guess not. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll ask Ms. Moon to
Thank
close this.
you. Yeah.
Huh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Uh,
I think like we can
yeah.
feel. Oh, Miss Hồng, yeah, please continue. Yeah.
It's okay. Dạ xin cảm ơn các bố mẹ rất là nhiều. Cái câu chuyện của các bố mẹ chia sẻ thì rất là thú vị và cũng rất là đặc biệt. Và Dr. Lynn thì rất là sẵn sàng để tiếp tục cái câu chuyện này ở bất cứ một cái thời điểm nào, kể cả khi mà Dr. Lynn ở trên Canada. Cho nên là rất mong các bố mẹ sẽ có được cái email của Dr. Lynn để tiếp tục chia sẻ những câu chuyện của gia đình mình, cũng như là những cái câu chuyện của học sinh trường Maple Bear ạ.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Lynn. Thank you, everyone. I will
Thank
close
you.
the workshop now.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Miss
bye.
Good
Lynn.
Bye.
Thank you,
night.
everyone.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Good night,
Bye.
Miss
Lynn.
Lynn.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Give Tintin a hug from me, please.
Thank you very much.